Hello. So today I'm going to have a go at making a Bauble Christmas card using some gold leaf and watercolour paint. I've already got a bit of cardy paper. I've attempted to tape it down, but it's not really sticking, so we'll see how that goes. I've got a lid from a candle and a lid from a little jam jar I'm going to use to draw some circles. Get some little these pencils I have are ancient. Don't know if you can. Really good for watercolour though, because they're a hard lead, doesn't show up too much. Get those out of the way. Do some spritz my watercolours, get them all activated, and then work out what colour I'm using. I'm going to use red and green, but I don't know which bauble I want to be each colour. Let's go with green for the that's a nice Christmassy green. Bit of shadow on there. There's some Payne's grey. Mix in with some green maker just to deepen the colour around the edges, around the bottom edge. Use a brush and get some red. Using this one straight out of the pan. I think I use a little bit of purple to have the shading on this one. A bit more. Yeah, that's more like it. This is one of my favourite brushes. It's a Da Vinci Cosmotop Mix B in a size 6. One of my favourite brushes. Right, I'm going to pause this out and get the hairdryer on there. There we go. Not completely dry, but it's dry enough for what I want to do next. I'm just going to get a bit of like ochre or sort of a golden brown colour. And just put a bit of a hint of this bauble topper. I don't know what they're called. Let's go with bauble topper. I think I'd also like some paints. Splatter or spatter. One of them's smaller. I can't remember which is which. Just do I don't want those green dots on the red. Let's just tissue and do the same with the red. Oops, paint's getting very drippy. Going to get some Payne's grey and a touch of black and just use that with a fine brush to make the string. Oh, I've got a steady hand today. Not. Right, I need to make sure this is sure. I'm going to add some water to some of these dots, just make it look a bit more noticeable. Try and keep the brush clean so I'm not mixing the colours up. And I've got to get this completely dry so I can do the next bit. Okay, that's all completely dry now. Takes a little bit long. Oh, she says, big wet blotch there. Takes a bit longer to dry because it's Cardi paper, which is 100% cotton, but very nice paper. So now I've got a Unipin fine liner, waterproof, fade proof in a 0.9. Came with a recent scrawler box. I'm just going to draw some. That's gone a bit crazy. Ugly stage, trust the process. Let me just do a few little sparkles. And now for the fun bit. I've got some of this, can't remember what it's called, but it's a special glue for using like gold leaf and foils and stuff. And if I recall, it's a little bit stinky. Oh, the cap's got completely stuck on there. That's pretty. And we have a dip pen that I'm going to apply it with. Right. Hopefully I don't get too many drips and things. I'll try it on here first. This is a new dip pen. It needs a bit more pressure than the one I'm used to. And a bit more dipping. I'm going to have to turn this to get this right. Not doing this very neatly either. I want it to sort of mirror the sketchy black lines that are on there. maybe just a couple of little, put little dots in this, in these sparkles. Excuse my arm. And rinse that dip pen off in some water before the glue gets stuck all over it. Fortunately, I've got to wait for this to dry again now. Lots of drying in this little project. There we go. I think that's all dry. So now for the fun bit, I've got some of this imitation gold leaf. I actually found this in my mum's loft. She used it for a decorating project decades ago, and it's still perfectly usable. Let's get a nice fresh sheet. Look how shiny that is. Gorgeous stuff. Actually, I think that'll fit over the whole thing, so I'm just gonna don't know if you can see on camera, but you can sort of see where it's picking up the gold leaf. Just rubbing my finger over it to pick up all the that sticks to the gilding glue. I can't remember where I put those dots. Are they going to pick up? Nope. So yeah, let's see how it looks. Just do these little dots individually. No, that one's not picking up. Must not have put enough of the glue on these. Right. Obviously that looks a bit messy. So now we get a relatively hard bristled brush and just go a bit crazy. It should take it off of wherever there's no glue. I think that needs a bit more brushing. The next thing to do is turn this into a card. So I'm going to carefully take this washi tape off. Have a nice, careful. That's just the back of an old watercolour paper pad. That's what we've left with. I've got some of these cards, just come in a big pack from the works for a few quid. They're pretty good. And no fancy glue or anything, just going to use a Pritt stick. The glue's gone a bit loopy. Like it's melted in the... Oh well, wipe it off my fingers. Just try and place it centrally on the card. I'll put something heavy on that just to make sure it sticks down evenly, but that's the finished product. Little Christmas card with some shine on it. Write your message inside. There we go. Quite pleased with how that's turned out. So, hope you enjoyed. Yeah, definitely needs a book on there, doesn't it? Hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.